All right, so the way that many of these websites work is relatively the same. So I'm going to start off using 99designs.com, but any of the websites that I've given you all work basically the same way. So here's the general gist. You go ahead and make yourself an account. The second that you've made yourself an account, you'll confirm with an email, and then you'll be ready to jump on in. Now you can spend all day long if you want to customizing your settings and giving yourself an avatar picture and all that. I would suggest maybe toss in a couple pictures into kind of your ever-growing portfolio. But the big idea is simply this. Most of these websites, if not all of these websites, are predicated on the idea of you as a freelancer competing for an actual real world design. Now, I will tell you this. I'll be happy to talk to you in class. I've got plenty of other videos posted online. This is not a way that you want to make your full-time freelance career. This is a starting ground to earn money while building your portfolio. And then eventually you slowly walk away from this, right? If you're trying to make hundreds of thousands of dollars on websites like this, you are going to get undercut every single time, and that's not good for you. So think kind of longer term. This is simply building your portfolio while you're in school, earning some money on the side. This is also going to help get you used to working with a client. So this is kind of a starting ground. So you're going to go ahead and check out some of the contests that are available. Now, depending on what kind of contest you're in the mood for, logo, web design, illustration, you want to do more on the art side of things, clothing and merchandise, we know how to do all of these things. So what we're going to do is kind of limit things down. I'm going to search specifically for a logo. Subcategories, I just want a simple logo design. I don't want to do all this other stuff. And let's check out some industries here. Now, I could limit it even more, but there's only 260 contests currently open, so I'm good with that. Now, a couple things that you want to check out. One, how much are they offering? You're making the job. If you're actually going to submit this when you're all said and done, do you want to do the job for that amount of money? Two, check out kind of like these kind of general key terms, general keywords, give you an idea of what you're working for, what kind of client that you're going to be working with. Check out the data over here on the side. So for example, how much time is left on this particular project? This one here only has 2 days left. So maybe this isn't going to be a project that I want to tackle in the next week and a half. That's not enough time. So whenever we're looking at particular designs, we want to know about the actual specs of the design. We want to hear a little bit more about what the client is specifically looking for. So let's go ahead and grab one here real quick. Sure, why not? So all of these are going to be slightly different depending upon who the actual client is. So this one here, let's see, we have some background information. This is Cartier SOS. Their slogan for their logo is nothing but greatness. The description for the company here is a hip-hop music artist and cannabis entrepreneur. Oh, I picked a good one. So as we're going through, they're looking specifically for something, a logo that kind of fits within the entertainment and arts industry. So that kind of gives you a somewhat of an idea of what they might be looking for. The client has gone ahead and given an idea of what colors they're looking for, so that's kind of nice. And then here, these little sliders are kind of fun. So the client themselves sits down and has kind of articulated what type of logo they want. So they want something that's both classic and modern, both mature and youthful, but very, very masculine, a little more luxurious, a little more geometric, and slightly abstract. So that kind of gives you, again, a little bit of an idea. We've got some inspiration. These are random designs that the client has already picked out. A lot of them look like they have some pretty heavy text in the middle and maybe just a simple image or two here and there. So that's kind of something to think about. And then finally down here we have some reference files. So a little bit as to where they currently are at, what files are currently working with, or what their current logo may be. So that gives you something to kind of work off of. Once you have all that together, start thumbnailing. Once you've got your thumbnails down, kind of clean them up a little bit, and then take them over into Photoshop and or Illustrator to finalize your design.
Something else that you can do whenever you are looking through your client briefing is if it's a project that has already been worked on a number of times, you might notice that other people have already submitted their designs. So I can click on the tab right there that says Designs. And once I've clicked on that, I can see some of the other designs that people have submitted for this particular client. So that gives me kind of an idea of what other competition I'm working against. If I have a specific question, I can always go over and click on the Messages tab. And here I'm able to actually message the real world client, and that way I'm able to go through and kind of articulate better maybe an issue or a complication that I'm having. Some clients are extra good about getting back really quickly, and some clients, well, you'll never hear from them again. But that doesn't really matter because you are the designer and you're going to do an excellent, excellent job.